Looks like we're finally good to go. I can hear the game. Got my mic to work. I'm not hearing a crackling noise. Listen to the stream. It's not duplicating. It's not echoing. I think we're finally good to go. Why is it always this game? Why is it always this game that I have difficulty streaming or whatever? Anyways, let's get on. Start case 3. I'm hoping for investigation and trial in this case. Enter the runaway room.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner.
What?
My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident,
I believe that perhaps that case was indeed
the prelude,
the beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
Playing like a fiddle. Here we go. Platform number 7.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Apparently chilly. A dong.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
I got a bad feeling
In
about
that
this.
case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Center of the world in the freezing north. Oh geez, that looks like it. This looks like a courthouse. Or courtroom. Sorta. Or it's just a giant chair. I don't desk Oh, we're in the Chief Justice's office. That makes sense. What an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost like suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There's some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? It looks like we're in the Big Ben. Kind of a weird place for a Chief Justice office. Far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the difference than just construction materials. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Riverside. This is the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Cosma can't. No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As purveyors to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. Having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So we'd have to return to Japan. We want to remain here in Great Britain. I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Yes, he needs requisite qualifications as a lawyer, which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here, to be officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way we'll be able to remain here in London. I'm up to the scratch. Good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Who's this? Oh, hi! Kinda look like Dave and Gann a bit, but with a yellow jacket instead of orange and white hair. Oh. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. Seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh, no, don't mention it. How exact. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart. Male Strongheart. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruto. Don't be a mouse. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruto from the Empire of Japan. Hello, Mr. Naruto. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Ah, yes, thank you. And thanks for T-posing it. Well, actually, first of all, present armband. Armband I inherited from cousin, and I didn't think to wear as a defense lawyer. I was hoping I would have a badge, but anyway. Look at this band! Lord Strongheart, may I show you this? To accept this item, issue a receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings. Would require something in the region of 24 seconds of my time. Sorry. Does the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruto? Let's leave for now. Well, we got nothing there. You know, actually, it's probably better just to talk to him. London. So, what are your impressions of your capital so far? How do you like London? Oh, help! I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruto? Oh? We had a wonderful glimpse of London streets and the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost at loss for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water, and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Susada-san. Everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great exhibition. Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in a great city. It will be our greatest spectacle of its kind in history. We will make Paris' World Fair look like a toy shop. Wow. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's gonna be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. If you do say so yourself. The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. Lost it. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, wouldn't you? Absolutely. Mr. Cosmo Asujin, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you're honored this appointment, especially to inform me of the news? Yes. We're here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They told me you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regrets that I must inform you. The death of the young lawyer means that the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. What do you have to say, madam? That's about the study tour. Mr. Naruto here would like to make a proposal. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruto, this is it then. The moment of truth. Continuing the study tour. The thing is, Lord Justice and Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asuji. At least, that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this winter. Mr. Naruto, I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I gonna say? If there's someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's... Actually, there's no one. It's Mrs. Sudo. It's me. It's me. It's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have qualifications as such, but... No qualifications, you say? And you still claim to be a lawyer? I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. I had Kazuma to help me. And I was the accused. But glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Beria. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. Becoming a qualified lawyer here in Britain. Not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asuji's journey has only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please. 31 seconds. What? Sorry? Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruto. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Huh? Let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asoji planned to do? Are you firmly set on that path? Well, yes. That's my intention. I see. Am I imagining things? Or does expression just alter a fraction there? Or does expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. Yes! Test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? Alright. What type of test? What type of test? So what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Mister. What do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. Okay. We're actually gonna do this right away. And thank goodness I'm not actually the culprit. Huh? Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. Later today? No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll pass my test. What could be simpler? How do I get myself into these situations? At least it's not me, once again. Well, can I ask, what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. Oh, I remember. Let me guess. It's a murder trial. Yeah, of course. Murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. That's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. What? Presumably, you read as much of short C-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We're gonna be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice. Yeah, Lord Chief Justice. And I've decided it's acceptable. But you can't do that, King. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. Simple enough. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged. Mr. Naruto, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asoji? I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry. The time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? I mean, why not? Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is I can't do it. I can't get the words out. 15 seconds. The decision makes things work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So, this is a suspected, is it? Sorry? You have no noble intentions. Lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is... What? No! Yes, Lord Strong. No, what? Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruto. I'm sorry, Mr. Pseudo, but what can I do? It's alright. I understand. Jeez. You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. Resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Mr. Pseudo means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable. I feel exactly the same way. I mean, that's a good point. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. The lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Naruto. Oh, was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said that! I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. What? At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. But that's awful! But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. I'm really his only hope. I like how the top of his cane kind of looks like the handle on a toilet. And now you guys can't unsee that. So, what do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. And I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simple a matter of resolve. Oh. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. He's gone. The Old Bailey. If you want to do this, Mr. Naruto, you must leave at once. Oh. I assume she's not gonna let me examine. Mr. Pseudo, can I just ask you? Oh, no. Careful! This position, I confirm this is how to take down an instant. I know. Listen, Naruto. You heard Lord Strong. Yeah, okay, it starts imminently. We need to go. If I need to throw you, I will. You can just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom. Okay, alright, let's get out of here. Let's move. Go Bailey! Ah, jeez. Here we are. Right outside the courthouse. Defendant's antechamber. Oh, thank goodness, we're on time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. Oh, jeez. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were gonna rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us our destination in 5 minutes, driver. And there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were gonna die, and we have to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here. But there's no sign of him at all. Nice place you got here. This is the Old Bailey. Even this room for the defendants is to wait and grand. Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It felt like only yesterday I was the one about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam, sir. Top of the morning. Talk no more to the laddies. I'm not sure we can Jacksepticeye reference, or I guess I can give him like a Jacksepticeye voice. What are you doing following me? Things are fair desperate, aren't they? Sorry. Well, look at those expressionless faces. From the east, aren't you? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do you need? No, we're just here because... No need to play yourself, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing, barely any penny, and while you're in the street far away land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet. Oops. Scran to scran. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Sit down now. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? This doesn't mean at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I would as well to find the city of London to do that. Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Ah! It hit me in the eye. Ow! Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you. No strings attached. I've been wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, this is about embarrassing. Trials about to begin, you see. It's for me good self here. I'll be the doctor. Oh, yeah, you're the defendant. So now, what are you gonna do? Just come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'll be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is... Don't worry about a thing. All you need to do is stand up at the next meeting, not more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's gonna be started without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true. Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. I'm terribly sorry that you to have to ask, but does it mean you're the defendant in this trial? Rust and blazes, do you not know who I am? Me? One of London's biggest names? No, sorry, we only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it is altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there in the center of London is another beautiful park. Sorry? A park? What? It's called McGilded Park. McGilded Park. Full of blossoming flowers in spring and singing all the birds in one hall. I donated to the city, so I did. Ah, an entire park? That's central London? A city smile, that's my visit for London. This is nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and his choir people. Magnus McGilded. I mean, I guess McGilded, like gilded gold coins. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. Ah, but. Oh, jeez, man. Now I got to go to say I'm a good for nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What's the matter with the London police, I ask ya? Alright, don't pass out. I need a drink after this guy's voice. Oh, give me a second. Miss Nerd. Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What do I have to say? It's after legit. I'll give you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't you? Well, yes, I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry? I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor of a fellow claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well, well, no. Not all. Although it is a little strange, to be honest. Why don't you have a lawyer on hand? That'd be the fall of the Reaper. Reaper? Oh. Sorry? Did you just say Reaper? Aye, the Green Reaper of the Valley. Lord Barak Van Geeks. He's the prosecutor. Oh, jeez. I've heard this name. Barak Van Zeeks. Oh, thanks for the host count. Gotta sleep, good night. Alright, see ya. Thanks for supporting me. Barak Von Zeeks, I've heard this name before. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? When Von Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accusers sacrificial lambs. Von Zeeks. Oh, I just realized. I think this is Von Karma's ancestor. No. I freaking knew it. And to this day, every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. No, not Von Karma. Not this game's version of Von Karma. What? So it's reached a desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You can see the living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Barak Van Zeeks. You must be exceptionally talented person.
Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed.
Cursed? What on earth? Defendant is summoned, and his counsel. Please make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel, that would be me.
Oh, this time. Oh, that fella. Don't let me down.
But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened.
Until you show your face in here. I made my mind, so I had.
Sorry?
I decided I have to defend myself in there.
How would he have? How would that have worked?
But then you made an appearance. That's their law, would you know? It's no accident. I can assure you, man. It's fate. So don't get coffee now, please.
I literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't turn my back on him. What a situation. Prisoner! This man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would have never allowed to happen. Counsel for the defendants, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you'll lose your right to stand. I'll be right there. What's happening then? My first trial in a British court. I'll help you watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm gonna manage this. How is this Von Karma clone gonna do? Geez, 10 a.m. Oh, he's not there. There's all those witnesses, though. So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. Centuries of history in this place are palpable, isn't it? It's no different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere on this place was redundant. Whatever the country, throwing a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. Hey, say something, Mr. Murrow? Oh, yes, what? Ah, jeez. Yours is ready to pop out of your head again. I know. I just can't help it. Jeez. Pull yourself together, man. Hey! Hey, he's the same judge except with a curly beard. And he's not bald. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels of the prosecution and defense to declare the willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. Here. That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Jeez, man. Nope. No wonder why Manfred got his vampire traits. Vampire-like traits. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern? Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked the defense if the defense was ready. I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Oh yeah, he definitely looked like a younger Von Karma. Those eyes please me. Nipponets. They shroud your fear with doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. Ugh, a cold surge just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilded.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. stand accused of murder, a capital offense, to be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner?
As I've already said, my lord, it's a great thing to give opportunities to the young. Even those fellas that still have some little island off in the far east. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance? I like to think the acts of chivalry that do the great British Empire proud.
Yes, and Miss McGilden!
When I find gentlemen, I didn't have to do.
Did you hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day?
Nothing. Please maybe go to Miss Government.
Seems like everyone in the public gathering is really behind Miss McGilden. That's definitely welcome news. He certainly has a way with words. That's why he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilden. Most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly to remind you. These 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Oh, great, we got a jury this time. Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready.
At the manor.
I'm trying to create a female voice for her.
At the manor. His lordship always says we should dispose of the rubbish properly. Naturally, Henry. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
Feel chill.
Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I was just getting on with my knitting. Was finishing this best for my grandson.
What the heck is Why are you knitting in corn? Ah, Miss Nerville, these people are the jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I've only ever read about it. Also, apparently, Japanifornia also doesn't have a jury. So, I guess gameplay differences, whatever. Gameplay reasons. There we go. Here in Great Britain, of course, final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to law. The jurors determine guilt based on the common sentence. The defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. How exactly do the jurors give their verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it'll become clear as the trial progresses. I'm assuming 4 out of 6 need to be in agreement to one verdict. If it's tied, then it proceeds to not guilty. Or something like that. You need like the majority. And it's not like the judge is the tiebreaker. At least I hope it's not that way in this game. Yes. Prosecutor Van Zieks. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in court. In the court. I thought you'd renounced your fame. What? I'm honest. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. What? 5 years? Oh, we're gonna figure out what happened 5 years ago, haven't we? So what brings you back? I guess it's not like, oh, actually, I don't even know how long Von Karma took. I don't know how long a vacation Von Karma took after he was shot, and after that case. Could have been like another 5 years. There's also a change of circumstances of which the court should be aware. I leave that to your imagination, my lord. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose the day of all days to make a comeback? Do you lose half percent of your health? As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, Lord. As your lordship is aware, this is the case of overwhelming simplicity. You must be the only ones in here who are unaware. Nice scroll. The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks, known in the community as Thrice Fired Mason. Thrice Fired That's a nickname though. Sorry, Thrice. He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Oh, fired as in like creating bricks. Okay. I thought he was fired 3 times. Oh, jeez. Knife to the heart. The victim's corpse had discovered an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here's the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Hey, we got an actual autopsy this time. Instead of just a medical report, whatever. Post-mortem report. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that in the photograph as evidence. We got the autopsy. And the photo. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. Bloody gloves. And these are... Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. Oh, what? Mr. McGilda's gloves had blood on them? He's not wearing any gloves right now. Yeah, so accept these evidence as well. And it's blood stain on the right glove. Nothing on the left, it looks like. I'm back into the corner before I've even started. That's what the Von Karmas do. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there was only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2? Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. Mason, like, Mason is a pun off of brick building, I'm pretty sure. Like, crafting and stuff. Makes sense. The other was the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilda. Nice point. Oh no, well, at least half the germs. Well, rather damning circumstances, to say the least. Defendant, what say you?
Well, of course. I have no recollection of such a thing.
Mr. McGilda?
Be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. Whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I was so kind of...
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
Just the motion of my carriage, Mr.
Lilting?
No, in some instances. When I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me, a body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life. Now I ask you this, what good-heart sword would rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I was about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached to give out the man a hand.
Blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, that statement of the drivers is only the beginning. What? That's not all of it. There are multiple witnesses to the precise moment in which the brickmaster was fatally stabbed. And there goes the rest of the jury. Order! 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 When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage, and there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once. What the heck is this guy? All these like fancy guys in top hats. Witnesses, your names and occupations. My name is... Well, everyone calls me Peppo. I drive an omnibus at the Eastern End. First Fairplay, I'm a baker in the city.
My name's First, Lady First. I make hats for gents.
Apparently you can't keep hats on your own head. Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all you present instead were in an omnibus and witnesses to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir, that's right, sir.
Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Here we go. It's been a while since we've heard actual testimony.
It was the last bus of the evening, so I have a few customers. I remember it well.
The man accused of killing him was inside the bus. Then on the police, the carriage was raced over and blows a knife right into his guts. That's right! He stabbed him! I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too.
Oh, jeez, you brought a whip into court? It's just like Franny.
Thank you for the host, John. Now get out of here before you see any more. Unambiguous testimony, you must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel. I'm reading Discord. Did / host my channel. Don't worry about me going on your stream. Okay, good. See ya next stream. Alright. Yes, counsel. Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? That's a good point. There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. How quaint. I read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Oh, jeez. Huh? Tell me, my Japanese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. We were in a carriage earlier, but that's... We only arrived in London this morning. No matter. Arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is. What? What do you mean? The actual scene? How? A carriage is destined to be moved after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building. Okay. Also, do you mean like bloody as in actual blood? Or do you mean bloody as in the British insult? Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff. Bring forth the stricken omnibus. Oh, you still can't see that much of it. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. Can't believe they would bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. Well, I mean, I guess this explains how we get some evidence inside. Because there's like some really big pieces of evidence in other games that we don't actually, that is not explained at all how they actually get inside. So I guess this is finally giving us some sort of context. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses. We can carry up to 8 passengers. 8 passengers, huh? Oh, here's an inside description. Oh, okay, you can see there's some on top. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights would be had from the top of an omnibus. Oh, so you're saying that it was up there? I should put her out to our foreign guests. But there's a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. Looking at the seats above, I don't think that's not where the crime took place. And actually, I'm gonna, the photo's clearly taken from the inside. Skylight. Oh! The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen occupying the rooftop seats of this omnibus when its murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Though, through the skylight. That makes perfect sense. Oh, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. Interesting. Oh, I just realized that hairpiece is fake. So he actually is bald. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Yes, adjusted. Very well. I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Alright, they're passing it. Yeah, blah blah blah. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could have myself buy it a lot. Given that omnibus is I can help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Let's continue with these proceedings then. A cross-examination, counsel. Pray don't expect this Japanese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights. Hope you don't just yell yes all the time. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. And my first cross-examination as not the defendant. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus. Ah, there we go. When the witnesses saw. Well, first of all, oh no, actually, I want the music to go. Alright, so first things first, let's actually examine this. So, go in here.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
Scene of murder. It's horrible. Oh, geez, the door closed behind us. I was wondering what that was. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victim's obviously.
Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder?
Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit could see anything outside through the skylight.
Sure, the way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. I got a notice board. It's a poster from the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. Huh. A lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. The Millennium Tower? Oh, the Crystal Tower! It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a great event. Cool. What is this? This is the same thing. Oh, that's the same thing. It looks like the Eiffel Tower, actually. The seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. And only just wide enough for two gentlemen to sit side by side, really. Of course, an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up to the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here. A woman with a kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Yeah. See, it has a handle, it seems. Oh, you can open it up. There's a chest in here. Damn it. You got the thing! This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to complete the omnibus running.
Feeding tubs, tools to repair the wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. There's a storage component for the coachman to keep his things, it seems.
Doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to store the luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't think it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
Nothing on this one. Here's a skylight. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck.
Doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. Suppose it can't be opened from the inside of the cabin, at least. Inside the cabin. Let's look at from the top.
So this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from here.
Some people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with the cold air rushing past them. And they have to pay money to do so?
I can't imagine what it must be.
That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment? Oh, no. I hate the cold. I can't stand that.
Perhaps the real price you paid for staying up late.
Is this where the guy sits? If this is where the guy sits, you can see his butt mark. I'm just gonna leave that there. Nothing to examine. Can't examine these. There's a ladder again. Oh, cool! Hey! Phoenix Wright Omnibus! Hey! You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. I'm sure the witnesses
would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Oof. I'm surprised that. Okay, I guess I was pointing at that. Okay. I haven't seen anything like particular. Yeah, okay, let's just press.
Hold it!
Hey! Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, that's right, sir. Yes, ever so good. It was really.
Oh, I forgot we had to do this. And so you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course. No.
And there were no other passengers when the incident took place. Don't want to lie to that, for example.
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none.
And nobody fled the scene of the crime then.
I should say the boss insists on running. He does every evening on that bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, with it being so cold and everything, they only making 20 pence on, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much on the way home and just trying to warm up again.
Alright. I like making this guy's voice over.
Hold it!
And you saw them through the skylight and the roof hole of the carriage?
That's right. You said it on the top deck. But it's right. Right there at your feet. There's a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view. The two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out from their faces.
Ah, of course. I mean, you can see the guy's stash.
Sure, no. In my mind, that was mixed up to make a
Fair play. How can you be so sure?
well, how can I put it politely? Mistake of this gentleman. Rather small stature. How can I mistake him for anyone else?
There's no figure, no room in the vehicle came to a halt. The only people inside, closed cabin. Sees Mr. Mason and Mr. McGill. There is no room for doubt here. I really wish there was.
Hold it!
Next statement. You actually saw the exact moment it happened? Oops, I did not mean to push that button.
Did I already tell us what to that?
Or a fair dinkum. Hard-working city banker is not considered trustworthy these days. Oh, no. I didn't mean that. This is no good. I really got this back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, and if that's...
My lord!
Juror number 3. What's the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utter made up.
Made up about what?
I don't like the stinking rich. Never have.
You look like someone who's stinking rich.
They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me.
Oh, jeez.
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on it anyway.
That's precisely what I'm about to say.
As a foreman of the jury, I beg to set a good example for the fellow jurors.
Oh, no. I see the gimmick here. What is happening here?
Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts.
With fire?
Apparently, yes. White for innocence, and
black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jurors make up their minds about the case, one by one, each cast a ball of fire with the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean? Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen. Now I'm even more worried than I was before. Oh, you can see the scales behind the judge, too. Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Ha. This is a nightmare. Jeez, man.
Hold it!
You stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting on the roof deck, were you? That's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing this little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then, as I happened to look down to the skylight, it was sticking right out of his belly, the huge great knife. A grim sight indeed. Ah, that didn't help me at all. The jury looks like they're even more convinced that my client did it than they were before. It appears that they were more dubious than Mr. Dakota is telling the truth. If only there's evidence to counter the suspicions. Mr. First. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is this the knife you saw? Oh, you actually have it. Oh, God grief. Yes, that's it. The very one, sir. Is that... Yes, Consul. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake to the heart. That is the blade of considerable size, Counsel. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is blazoned properly with a certain individual. Oh no. Is his fingerprints gonna be on the tip blade? The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Oh, it's an engraving. Please no. M, for Magnus perhaps? Or I could possibly take it back. Seems that this particular name in London has made a magnificent mistake. I like how you use M's to say that.
Objection!
But there are M's everywhere. Yes. Like in Mason.
Objection!
Whoa! Objection! This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaster of wood. No, this weapon almost certainly belongs to the accused. I'm still gonna give him a deep Von Carr like voice, even though we heard his objection. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel. Oh, that's a good point. It's not conclusive. My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption. I need to remember to give her a higher voice. Juror number 2, go on. Oh no. Mr. Miguel is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait, what are you going to do? Dispose of the rubbish. No. I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like you to eradicate all traces of filth and grain. I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in position to draw the only logical conclusion. Not again. That's 4 out of 6 Germans proposing guilty verdict. The only 2 left. You've had it. Every time I press these buttons for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. Suppose I just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. We mustn't give up hope. We'll uncover something and that will give us a way to fight back. But alright, I'll keep trying. Can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. So, well, I mean, we're gonna have to press this, but does that mean that in the future, pressing statements is not ideal because it could lean the guilty verdict all the way over? Because that screws up my entire game plan. If that's the case, I need to press this one more.
Hold it!
What exactly do you see? Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapse on the floor he was. Poor the passenger. Obviously, you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster. I need to take a drink. Yes, and then the other passenger had a knife in the hand like this. By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. And then he punched it like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5, do I take it that you too? As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of murder being committed on one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It won't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. Horses bolted, as they say. No, please, just keep mine open, mine alone. You up now, sir, please. I've finished this in sight. Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. This is too unkind, sir. Which now means the 5 jurors agree to condemn this man. Modern juror number 6. Yes, dearie. What can I do for you? You have heard the testimonies of these witnesses in the stair. Oh, yes. I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know. Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning? Well, dearie, this thing is a creature of habit, me. I always go to the pub right around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park it's called. The gentleman donated to the city, you know, to put a slide on the Londoner's face, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have in him to take another man's life. At least someone's on it. He's always doing one more things for the city. Oh. That's right, a man like that would stab someone surely. Well, that man go to be to the old public library later and borrow some more books. Gilded Public Library. How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know?
what kind of a man Magnus McGilden really is.
What kind of a man is he?
The philanthropist Magnus McGilden has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with very dark societies.
What?
Still the clues.
McGilden lets money extort.
Yeah, I'm having a stroke.
McGilden lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims will have no hope of repaying him. Before he takes possession of everything they own, he is a vulture that preys on the weak.
Oh, I've never heard of any mention that before.
The faculties have deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of the public's omnibus service?
You're not saying that.
The victim, a poor bookmaker, had nothing next to his name, save a considerable financial liability. It would come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused Mr. Magnus McGilden. But let also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment day for his death.
Wow. Good gracious.
Brickmaster was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, his pitiful, very last thing he owned taken his life.
Hold on, I might be getting interrupted. Hold on. Alright, back. It was an actual interruption.
But this philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilden,
I don't believe it.
Hold it!
Hold it. If I might add something briefly.
This is a pseudo.
You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilden. But what is the evidence to support your claim?
What? You have a bottle of wine?
Forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in a court of law.
There it is. Lord Vensick's hollow chalice. Aw, no, he's got his own thing. How can this be considered acceptable? First a whip, now a chalice full of wine. Also coffee. It's kind of referencing the coffee a bit.
Why I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I'd heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage. Quite unexpected. Experienced it myself.
As a judicial assistant to the defense, I'm slipping through my job.
What a fitting display of courage, isn't it fitting? This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded in silver.
Oh,
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. In forgive this courtesy to raise my chalice a toast. And a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
Marvelous toast, counsel. I'll gladly accept this new evidence. Dead as ledger. Ah yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum. And the accused being quite certain that he had ample recompense. Well, it would seem I've had the wool pour over my eyes. Oh no.
Regrettably not. This is the modus operandi of the accused.
That was such a pretty little bug, too. What a scoundrel! Still, maybe it's all for the best. Wait a minute. Let me think about this book. I don't stand for nonsense. Well, game over. That was it. Last juror's decision. According to the Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the proceeding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That is what it says here. Oh, the final verdict. It's over then. Oh! There's a footnote, though. A footnote. However, the defense. Oh, since members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. Wait, what's the last thing? What's the last thing?
Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and courageous decision.
According to the laws of this country, oh no, into the trial. By delivering my final verdict, I trust there are no objections. Miss Sudo, just tell me one thing. Oh yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. Footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense. What did it say next? Oh yes, of course. One moment. No one was at the jury. The footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. Summation examination? Like, as in... Summation examination as in, like, determining if they're biased?
Objection!
A summation examination. What century has that Tomia been there resurrected?
Ah!
Judging from the binding, I would say the book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text on British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure as I mentioned. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you gotta look.
Oh. What even is it, Mrs. Susato? The so-called summation examination? Oh, one moment. I'll read about it.
You would demand the right to procedure before you even understand what it entails? Typical nibblies.
Oh, Mr. Nuremberg, I think I understand. See that under this procedure, you'll be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what, exactly? Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that successful proceedings on the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse their decisions. Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use the summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really. So it has rather fell out of use. I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose.
Oh, I've seen something like this in another Ace Attorney game. Something similar.
Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. It no self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in this day and age.
Still, I don't see any mention of procedure actually being formally revoked.
What do you suggest?
I'm suggesting that, although it may be integrated in a larger crime, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Senator Joe? Summation examination. Our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry out or admit defeat? Yeah, we're asserting our right. I mean, why the heck not? The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
London is the capital of the city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection!
But if it's alright, it's alright. I believe we can prove vital in this trial. Defense's petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the summation examination.
This is madness.
Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready?
I'm not. It was not mentioned this in the letter I received.
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
Must all justify your decision and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
Well, would you rather putting us on the spot?
This is Master Wiggler. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hold what's all this justifying like. That seems to have thrown the jurors off. None of them have experienced this before. Alright, then the summation examination. A defense procedure, no practicing law is attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. Might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around. So be it then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant Magnus McGilda guilty of this most serious crime. Judicial findings.
There was no one else other character at the time, so it has to have been him.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. No passengers. The fare is totaling 20 pence.
He stuck the chap next to him like this. Brazen, I say, absolutely brazen. Why do you still have a knife in court?
I have simply typed and coordinated statements made this far to the conclusion.
You can't trust the Lord. Fair fare is you have raised prices about 4 pence for years.
This scoundrel started the poor man on the floor. A beggar's belief.
Starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now. Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I have to throw everything I can at them and use some very persuasive language. Just members in a hurdle. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetorical about the defendant. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then, they reach their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, they could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become. Oh, no. What on earth am I supposed to do?
Oh dear, I'm just saying what I've read about British law, Mr.
Alright, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then?
Well then, from what I can understand,
The key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? I think I know something of this. Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to be They may appear to present a unified front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers to who just happen to find themselves here in this courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean?
yes, exactly.
We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can contrast the statements, corresponding jurors against each other. Yeah, we did something like this in the Professor Layton Ace Attorney crossover. I see. So it's contradictions. What two more jurors say that we're looking for? Oh, I think I know. I think I saw. I think I actually saw a contradiction there. In a way, then. This is similar to a regular cross-examination.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right.
Find contradictions in their statements. Pit the jurors against one another. Break them down. Alright, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. I have to pull this off. Can we start proceedings, counsel? I would ask you to take a stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Oh, cool. Oh, we actually have the sword, too. So, like... Okay, so it looks like we pushed triangle to pit the two different statements together. I could still press. So let's see here. Wait. 4 passengers. The fare is totaling 20 pence. We haven't raised prices about 4 pence for years. Yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. 20 pence, 4 pence.
Objection!
Your two statements clearly contradict each other. You do? Explain yourself, counsel.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear my silver blaze is made a name. I have the first idea what you're talking about.
According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there are 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question. And according to the coachman, Miss Beppo, took 20 pence in fares.
Quite right. I have precise details typed neatly in here in front of me.
And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
That it is a fair and convenient price, just the way Len's character should be operated.
That doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy of the facts.
Why, man, why?
4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication, it'll be 16 pence. Oh, I just did the math wrong. Okay. Whoops. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. Figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely 1 person's fare. 1 person's fare? Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible there's another passenger we've heard nothing about.
Good gracious!
This can't be right.
This coachman is a good, honest man. What and all trustworthiness is our watchword.
coachman claims most certainly do not help. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news would surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets the nefarious characters ride his omnibus.
Alright then, how do I make it to this miserable trial to end?
Go to my book here.
Recently, launched Boulevard onto the innocent side of the scales.
Now hold that question there, Coachman. We're all in agreement. Why is it going?
Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo. Yeah.
Oh, this is all very irritating.
Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same.
Here we go.
For the love of God, not you as well.
Penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear. And a tear.
Oh, actually, I've just realized that there's a light behind them that actually shows which side they're on.
I certainly can't but trust in someone who doesn't follow me. But my exchange dinners in a financial manner.
Oh, really?
I think it's only proper that we hear from your witnesses again.
Oh, well done, Mr.
You did it. If we can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds, we can force a trial for
2 more, actually. There's something else that bothered me about. It's bothering me about a couple of their assertions. Oh, I see. So we do need to get the majority to actually be more in agreement.
That's where you must strike next.
So you need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show the other contradiction in their assertions.
Exactly. We can do it.
This is gonna get me training for that triangle strategy game that's gonna come out. Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavily on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with the examination. Alright, so that's the first one I saw. Oh, and your text is actually faded out. Stabbing the poor man on the floor. I don't think you're oops. Oh. That's pretty easy.
Objection!
Those 2 statements are completely contradictory. What? Explain, counsel, post haste.
Oh dear me. I was only needing a jumper for my other half.
What's this about a claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I asked you?
I've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
Why, can't you see I'm busy here?
Oh, I'm using the same voice as the defendant, but I need to distinguish his voice a little bit more. How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it?
Ha! Wanna test me, do you? It was like this. Stuck the fellow next to him without even getting him. Like the prim baker did.
Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true. Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, dear. As far as I can understand it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. Well, I know her. They're stabbing in totally different directions. What?
Bless my stitches, what a muddle!
What this tells us, that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth. Ooh, hey, oh hey Kiki, how's it going? I don't know how late that message is. I don't know how long it's taken me to see that message, but I'm glad you're here. You'll be lurking cool.
Oh,
But why? Why the dick is would they lie? I don't know that yet. But what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
why, as you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies.
That was very late. Well, thanks for telling me, and I'm just glad you're still here. Well, hello once again. It's been 5 minutes. Oh. Well, that's not that late.
The scales!
I don't believe it. Back to even.
Word! Now here it is, my fellow girls. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look, Herman, black suit, easy, easy. Here is some deep Eastern sorcerer using magical herbs.
If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this?
And with this Dr. Jinx.
Dr. Jinx or Dark Jinx? Huh? Me?
Well, I'm going to follow. What I need to witnesses have slightly different regulations than these.
What of it?
Let's say, the son of this devil said he was standing next to him in the underworld.
But this only is dark.
So do it. And I'd say, the person collapsed on the floor, and they try to stab him again. And it's alright, so good. Well, what should I say to have like that,
Oh, yeah, kind and dandy, sir. Why should I take this knife from? Should I take this knife to you? Oh, jeez, don't do that. Not in the courtroom.
Oh, you call it? Oh, why? I should take the needle to.
But you are old. They're ready to kill each other now. Could the format of the jury be right? The two witnesses use two different motives. The same crime. Huh. I mean, if you look at this, like, I mean, why would you pull him out of the car? Oh, I guess I haven't looked at the knife itself. The part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you right, Mr. Never heard of it? Oh, sorry. Yes, I don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words are made with a large katana slung to his wrist. That's not a blade. That's Kazma's soul. Whatever you say, man. Anyway, there's no such a blade. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh yeah, sure enough. Oops, that's the D-pad. That's not the control. It's not the left stick. It looks like a lot of blood.
It surely is blood. I think that was.
An Englishman's blood looks a lot like Japanese man's blood.
You really think it would?
Sorry, it's just that you've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I find it a little hard to adjust.
Yes, I do understand.
It is the M signature. An ordinate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus Vigoda's initial.
It's beautifully metal, too. Must be a valuable type, I should think.
Ah! What is... Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it can become a W. That could change everything.
A W?
Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases, I'm sure.
I'm afraid I don't know. Why, I am sure that this is an M.
Oh. Oh, that was idea was quickly quashed. Right. So, I guess it kind of does look like a W. Alright, well. I should have looked at this first. Stab once in the admin. Yep. There we go. It's out of the question. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
Why did I do that, Jennings? Come on, on with it. Come on, out with it.
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
What are you talking about? How can you possibly say that? You don't realize that I'm only doing my job. As a member of the jury, I'm responsible to steer everyone in the right direction. So will you ever? That's what I want to see.
I need to take a drink. This guy's deep voice is really hurting my throat. Alright.
If you say that's all the questions, show me some proof.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna convince him is to present him something that he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish. I'll give you the proof. It's not a question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven by the freaking autopsy report.
Take that!
This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once.
Only once.
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means that these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times.
Alright, I can see defeat.
Woohoo! Wait, that means... Why are you so nervous? 4 jurors are now leaned to not guilty.
We've done it, Mr. Naruto. We've won.
Well, we have not won yet. We're on the witness stand, that's so weird.
What are you playing on, you old dandy fool?
Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me.
Oh, we are on a consensus.
I said shut your trap. I know I lie when I see one. And the chap ever dares to cross my threshold out of this shop. I take this razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
I was gonna say, well, you look at your own blade. Ew, that's disgusting. Please tell me he's a barber. Well, it's in a quite remarkable turn of events. The defense's summary examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate. The trial must continue. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. We're gonna have to do this multiple times in the same trial, aren't we? So, Lord Van Zakes, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please. Whoa! Rest in peace, that grape juice.
Having savored the rich aroma of this gourmet contents this hollow chalice. It may seem crushed and crushed it into dust. Pray forgive my discourtesy.
Lord Van Zakes.
Is it cold in here or is it just me? As your antiquated tone no doubt says, prosecution may not speak during the summation examination. So I honor the deathly silence and listen to this charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no evident truth unseen. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let's proceed to the next round of battle.
Oh, the cape is off.
Bring forth the witnesses once more.
And there's your shoulder pads. Von Karma's shoulder pads.
Witnesses. I trust you heard the summonation examination we have just had to endure.
Oh, yes, I did, sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh yes, sir. I heard it. You sir on the end. The coachman. I believe it's Beppo.
Yes, sir, my lord, sir.
If it transpires that in your previous testimony you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you'll be found guilty of perjury. You're advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh, mio Dio.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defendant's summonation examination. Alright, what do we have here?
I only care for passengers that night, I swear. But,
I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
he fiddled us on the ferry, did, and I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I'll tell you, I saw Mr. Based on the words stabbing the man. Everything I said it before stands.
Oh, yes, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
Counsel, make sense of this for me, please.
The phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by my learning Eastern friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's slight little causing edge. Beppo, explain yourself.
I'm really sorry. Oh, master.
The girl's fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. All I understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare.
It's so cold, and the last ride of the day is always half empty.
You have been dishonest, coachman.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish actions have bred dishonor on the entire guild.
If I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
What?
4 passengers at 5 pence each is... Yes, 20 pence. Ah, dang it. Done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the results come out differently. Now that figures. Well, it would appear that one of our aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense. Correct examination, if you please.
We've all had the pleasure of a protracted summonation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely. Alright. Well, I don't... I didn't see anything. Well, I just don't want to double check. Go with the fare. No, I'm just gonna keep pressing. Tell me there were only 4 passengers on the carriage. But you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right?
It is possible to make the last word of the day pay. I was so cold, it was all I could do to stop myself passing out.
Getting chillblains. I'm getting chillblains just listening to you.
It was terrible, so I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for even keeping the bus running. Doesn't the dedicated encouragement deserve an extra penny?
You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. Only there had been a fifth passenger on the omnibus that night. Then we would have to have another suspect. Yeah, damn it.
Hold it!
Does that mean everyone on board that night had to paid 5 pence instead of 4? Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. I just told you I did.
Flare of 5 pence across the board.
It's not something to be proud of.
There's still no discrepancy. My lyric friend identified with nothing of the sort. Much like the phantom killer you so desperately needed, is gone, dead, and buried.
I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place. Well, we're not receiving any punishment so far.
Hold it!
This blood-curdling sight. You mean the murder, I presume? Yes, sir! A lone sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life was taken. Oh well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment of the gentle step. What? Good gracious, really?
We have another witness who did, however. The victim already testified to it.
Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant. I heard the banker gent next to me take a sharp intake of breath. See, that's when I looked through the grass. That's when I saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating. All right.
Hold it!
So that's a good point. We got a good point now. So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him?
That's what I said, isn't it?
It was bothering me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there was one of the two of them inside the carriage, wasn't there?
There's been much talk of his passenger, but as yet, zero evidence.
Don't want to waste all the time on this, eh? It's black and white, and that's good to be. Somehow Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me. Wish I could work out what it was. Oh, we got a contradiction at this time. And I think and it's because I didn't mean to push that button. How long ago this trial was very nearly came to an end. I meant to push left, not right. No one would manage to give a chance to live here. Can't waste this car examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light. So if you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful as they did before. Maybe, but we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from incurring important new information. Yes, you're so right. I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses. Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, don't hesitate to pursue them as to the reason. Wait, so... Saw Mr. McGill just want to see here. So you saw him stab the man. Oh, I don't think I have any evidence. Well, actually, I haven't looked at this yet. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's general.
Oh dear, do you really think we have to look inside?
Well, it's not as though we know of any of London's general personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder.
I assure you, we would not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside.
Well, let's just see what we can find.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names.
Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off.
Ah, goodness!
What is it?
Look at this. Do you see this name here?
Bruce Fairplay. Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually.
Bruce Fairplay. The witness testimony at this very moment.
Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? He borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the payment date is fast approaching.
It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course. This could be very useful information.
Yeah! Yeah, we got something new. But that doesn't solve the fact of the matter. It's not contradictory. I'm gonna save records. Okay, because oh no, not that. I'm gonna press this statement. Oops. Ah, damn it, I went too far. Blah 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 blah. Actually, you know what? I think it's probably, since I know this information now, I think it's better just to press this again. So blah blah blah. That's what I said, isn't it? It's bothering me before this one. I hesitated. No, it's all the exact same. Okay. I'm going to at least try it. I'm gonna try it once. If this doesn't work, then I'll press the last statement.
Objection!
This video is damning consistency of the last statement. Yeah, okay. Damning, you say? As I look at you, counsel, I see your trembling hand, with a pallid expression, and your perspiring brow. Huh? Seems to me that is the damning consistency here. With that misplaced confidence of your assertion, yeah. Okay, I'll press the last statement then. Yeah, it's got a damning tongue. You invited, sir. Okay.
Hold it!
Press this last statement. Hopefully this isn't backfiring. Earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh yes, that's right.
You said the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
I suppose I might have, you know, yes. But put the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the streets of the deck.
Oh, I expect that was me, sir.
Then when I turned around, yes, I just saw it. This guy, like, the gentleman was on the floor and the knife was still sticking out of his midriff. Yeah, that's That's right, yes, and the fella or the famous man, yes.
So in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all.
I really thought I did, but when I cower in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of stabbing, didn't I? Oh.
Yeah!
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
No, you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. Maybe I'll extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that. Save. Back. I'm gonna say that some days are like that. Well, I suppose that some days are like that. Sooner or later, you'll see something you wish you had. You're always peeping through a skylight on top of an omnibus.
Peeping. I'm a respectable city banker, how have you know? I know myself. I'm as clear as day as Valentine Day. It's a grim scene. How am I telling you?
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me. I was getting a little hotter than color. My lord.
I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw.
Oh, I can do that, alright. I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Hey, we got new evidence. New statement.
Did you all think I'd forget the sight of the blood-soaked hands after that butch stabbed him?
Blood-soaked hands, huh? Blood-soaked hands, huh? Oh, hold on. I want to look at these. Actually, I haven't looked at these though. It's definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day of London.
There's nothing that can come grumbling now.
No, by the way, is Mr. McGill right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with the coin as a right-hander earlier.
Ha, pity. If only I'd been left-handed. Yeah, that's a right-handed glove. I think the blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really. Yeah, this glove's completely clean. And he said hands.
Objection!
Yeah, here we go. Blood-soaked hands.
Well, I admit that soaked might be laying out a bit thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over. Both of them were covered in it.
Both of them, huh? Hey, we got a nice little pose. Nice little straight-mouth pose holding the katana. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
What?
Here, the gloves were worn up by this minute, Mr. Mogo, on the night in question.
Oh, yes, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove. Are you gonna eat your staff? What are you doing? In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
Yeah! But, no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here, then?
Yeah.
That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said, yeah, it was in both hands. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. If you say you saw the moment when the victim was stabbed, But is that really the truth?
Oh, well,
Objection!
It was a simple mistake.
it was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection!
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means that there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Bro. What? I'm not saying that can be saying my words should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman. I'm some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society won't
prevaricate. Jeez, man. These big words have given me a stroke. He's claiming to have no reason to lie. Is that really the case?
Mr. Navarro, please evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying. He turned the tide of such a tragic completely.
Something to show this man is a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. Yeah, I have evidence. I examined that booklet. My lord. Yes, counsel. The defense is ready to present evidence.
But Joe, are you certain?
Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay has a reason to lie in his testimony.
Oh,
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates the motive. The witness' alleged deception of the court.
Take that!
Is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilden.
yes, a list of innocent victims of the accused extortion.
The point is, among the names of the debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. And oh, the other is a shock too.
What? Mr. Fairplay.
Are you certainly indebted financially to the accused?
Oh, no, well, it's barely worth being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Ugh. What a minute.
Let's suppose Mr. McGill were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case? These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed him would be annual. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist.
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claim in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20,000 guineas. 20 guineas to the defendant.
Go.
Go! Order, order, order. Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Yes, my lord.
Let me ask you again. Be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir.
Good.
Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim? Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
Alright. Now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did. Always say the truth a pinch.
A pinch?
But makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on Mr. Gillard's hands, both of them.
Objection!
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
Good. So you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir. Go ahead, Mr. First. Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens. Seeing what? The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one. What? What? Is that a bad thing for us, though?
It would appear as we're going to need further testimony from all your witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear? Yes.
Listen, Arthur. This is good news. The course of the trial seems to have slightly shifted at last.
Yes. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. Well, this is really stunning.
There's blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself. Oh no. No, until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact is, that can't have been anybody else inside the carriage will be seen.
Well, lo and behold, interesting fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated.
I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside the carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. The most incriminating evidence tantamount to saying that we saw the man do it.
It's really not what testimony is about.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witness's account.
I would kind of wish the seats weren't green, because colorblind people wouldn't be able to see that very well unless there's a colorblind mode in the options.
In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
Very well. Cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord. Gonna take another drink as soon as it starts. Alright. I didn't see anything to present, so I'm gonna keep guessing. No, the evidence tells us otherwise. We have the gloves the defendant was wearing on the night in question in the court record.
Well, whether that's the right witness. I know what I saw. I said white, man and blood on both of his hands.
He's defiant, even in the face of hard evidence. He's steadfastly refusing to admit that he might have mistakenly saw. Why?
Who's died? One hand or two. The salient points remain unchanged. The salient point remains unchanged. As to the grave crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingertips.
Hold it!
What do we have here? Don't try to downplay this. Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance, as well as you know.
Hope. For crying out loud, we have no idea what else could have possibly done. It was just, trying to save us all.
You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant. Do you know? I don't know. I actually don't know how much a guinea is. I'll look that up after streaming. I don't want to check it. Had you hoped to release yourself from that financial burden by ensuring the defendant was found guilty?
It's not entirely not what I was hoping for. I just lost a little giddy, or 10 when I backed that wrong horse into the derby, that's all. I was gonna win it all back, because I fixed it this weekend, that's the sure thing.
guy likes gambling. Nothing. No bets I have more a little spending money for the weekend. I think you may have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir. These witnesses grumbles are not on trial here. Proceed to the next witness. Is that really how it's supposed to work? Unfortunately, yes. That has no bearing to on this case.
Hold it!
Definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands?
Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGold's clothes has any sign of blood on it.
That's right.
The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McGold sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir.
He wasn't wearing these gloves.
That's correct, sir. I saw the blood on both of his bare hands quite clearly.
It's true that the dark color stain on the dark leather gloves wouldn't have been easy to see. I should point out that the police officer and the accused on the night in question reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGill's gloved hands. It wasn't blood on his hands. This is puzzling indeed. Must be significant somehow, I'm sure of it.
Hold it!
You didn't see anything?
Oh, yes, sir. There's nothing to... No, sir. I'm very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry, yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories and say I saw him stab the man. What did you agree, sir? No interesting ways, but I certainly wouldn't make up something.
Still, say you saw nothing isn't right either, is it?
No, sir. I saw nothing at all.
Mr. Beppo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you must have enjoyed a good view of London streets, no? Oh, please. You didn't even see that?
It was so cold and icy. It was all I could do to keep from passing out, sir. Yes, my hand was fairly frozen. Sorry to say, sir.
It seems prudent. Travel last omnibus service in London's cold winter night. Bipple! Ugh. Alright.
Hold it!
Let's see what you have to say here. Everything you saw in the incident was through the skylight of the roof on the omnibus? That's right. It was freezing cold. The glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Which begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. What in the world, this young fellow? Why couldn't enter the cabin? Oh, why not? It was locked on the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door. What? It was locked? That's right. But the public bus was for pacing. That's not what you call it. I call fair play.
Yes, I had exactly the same expression. I tried knocking, but the gentleman just had me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can show you I wasn't looking down. I wasn't glaring long enough. That's precisely why I can tell you it with absolute confidence. And if there's anyone else in there in the cabin, I would have noticed. What equipment do you own? I'm not sure what these two witnesses. Do they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? I'm just gonna double check here. can see the center and like the. They can only see like the center and then like some of the person's seats, which means they can also see the legs of the person and according to that picture they can also see the tops of the hat. They couldn't see the faces. I've already read all this, so I'm gonna skip through this. Here we go inside. We go inside again. We can see the blood stain here. They can't see the noses, but I don't think the noses have anything to do with it. They would have been sitting here, but of course they can't. They can't actually see inside of here. I don't know if that's enough room. There's definitely a lot. There's definitely a good amount of space in here, though, to hide a body or to hide another person. But it's certainly a possibility. They definitely wouldn't have been able to see that. Might not have been able to. I'm just gonna also save just in case. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You're riding this omnibus, in which means it vents from the cabins of the skylight on the floor on the upper deck. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
Oh, my ear itches. Hold on, I'm gonna. In that case, there's a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied. That there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nepalese friend. Prosecution demand that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh.
Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area of the cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that the potential extra passenger could have been situated? So let's just say they're sitting here. The both of them are sitting here. They have a clear view down here, a little bit down to the floor as well. They're not able to see not only this seat, but also the little cabin in here.
Take that!
Both rows of seats of the roof facing the direction of travel, where the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is what as I've drawn here.
Oh,
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it is quite possible these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it.
Objection!
it's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. Your Nepalese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude. Can you give me some? I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? What? You have to name a person now? Oh, it's not. No one in the jury is in here, but I guess that makes sense. Leda first. It was a pseudo. I'm just kidding. Huh. I honestly have no idea. Wow. I have no idea. I don't know anybody possible. At least of the people we know of that could have been sitting in that seat. I'll just go over people again, just in case. Can't be you, because you're with me. You have nothing to do with this incident, hopefully. And you are the prosecutor, so you're not gonna be. We know the victim was sitting, facing away on the right, which is where the bloodstain is. You were supposedly sitting inside on the left hand facing away. The two of you... No, you were driving the thing. You two were on top. So there's a person we don't actually know about. I'm gonna say no idea. I saved. I'm gonna say no idea. I have literally no idea. I'm a proud citizen of the Japanese Empire. I'm gonna look to the sky and walk away. Making sure all signs of tears are gone. Go on. This isn't just a case of going on, Mr. Sudo. Alright then, I'll go on. Defense would like to put forward a name. Oh, I guess we are gonna say someone. You are that responded to a desperate attempt by a man who has no notions or limitations. A toast, or lessons not yet learned. Let's not delay counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn this trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus that was obscured from view was... Hold on. The person that was obscured from view. Magnus McGilded. He said he did take a... He said he did go into the carriage. He said he did go into the carriage. We don't have... There's no proof that he has... There's no trace of blood on his hands, but he has blood on his gloves with trying trace of it. Yet the two witnesses clearly saw it. There was blood on both of the murderer's hands, their bare hands. So I think what we're just gonna say is that McGilded was sitting in the unoccupied seat, and the others witnessed a third person on the left seat facing away, stabbing Mr. Mason. I think that's what we're gonna say.
Take that!
Passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see This had to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Yeah, okay, here we go. Mr. McGilded? What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant.
Objection!
Oh, there goes there goes the lights on that candle.
If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollow chalice, do forgive this courtesy.
Oh, you should know. Nice one. Okay, thanks, Looney. I just had to go over everything there. I had to talk about my thoughts on the matter, and I had to go down to I just reduce it to who it had to have been because everyone else was busy. Everyone else had their own places to be, their own alibis. Lord Von Zeeks.
People talk about those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Looney. What are you trying to say?
Let me explain a term that even a student from artless backwaters such as yourself might understand. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side.
Yeah, that does not look like McGilded's outfit.
Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It is the very premise on which this case is built.
Objection!
Well, that premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way. What inconsistency, counsel? The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claim that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yet we know this truth to be otherwise. Only one glove blares that the gory remains.
Objection!
The point is, even in the face of the severe fatal evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimony remains unchanged. Exactly. They both adamantly swear. They clearly remember seeing the blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of the events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. The victim's blood was on the passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection!
And who is this third party?
Obviously, the true culprit. Extraordinary! Getting somewhere here. Order! 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 What exactly are you postulating?
Objection!
The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection!
When elaborating on this testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats that could exactly make out their faces.
Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the I can see the mist.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters didn't notice such things, sir. And what particular style of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First? I'm afraid I don't remember. Oh, damn it! You call yourself a hatter.
The style had makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
How can you be so sure?
Because if there had been, the accused, Mr. McGill, would undoubtedly have offered to dispose of the fact. And thus that is, you're proposing an even more preposterous explanation.
I mean, he did say he was like tired.
That the accused failed to even notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
Ah! That's right. There's another person traveling in a closed cabin in the omnibus. It's inconceivable Mr. McGilden would have been unaware of it.
Order! There's clearly a simple solution to this problem. We accuse Mr. McGilden to stand.
Well, what do you say, Counsel? Say you, Counsel.
The prosecution objects.
On what grounds?
As a suspect, he would have already made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilden is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you be sure that was deliberate act.
Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion? My lord? Do we ask Mr. McGilden to testify or not? He did say to us in the lobby that we had. He did say to us in the lobby that he distinctly remembers that that particular cabin, that particular wagon, makes him all tired. So I'm gonna hopefully that he says that in his testimony. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The defense would like to call Mr. McGillen to the stand. In that case, we'd like to hear the opinion of the jury.
Oh, yes. I don't have time to consider this. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGillen has to say. Get the man out here, I say.
When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of my favorite little podcast is saying. Oh yes, that would be lovely.
Yes, the Jordan relapse must be heard.
Very well, the court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. The proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
To be sure, I have, my lord.
There are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal the fact from the police?
We gotta know, just not my nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all, or keep my mouth shut?
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded?
The fine fellow representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on that night with myself and the other man, there's another passenger.
It's true.
It was me who helped that little urchin get away after it all happened. What?
You... What?
No, Magnus McGilden. The convenient excuse can't save you now.
I'm Chili Size. Him. Lord Vikings. I'm sure Obi-Wan don't know why he said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, the little child was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved.
What the child? What?
If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They hauled her into this here courtroom just like myself.
A female girl.
I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily
language of whom you speak?
That, I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, the wee thing just happened to be in our carrot husband. I never saw her before, so
Objection!
You have absolutely no reason to believe this movement. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be disregarded by the court.
you know, I won't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
Whoa! Smoke. What? 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 I was trying to get ready. There's no use. I can't see anything with all the smoke. What's going on? Cameras in the room. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear this courtroom. We are hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom to the by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. To be continued. Oh, what a nice cliffhanger. What a nice clip. That'll be the end of this session. I assume we're gonna go back to. Well, we might go back to trial. We might go back to examination. But that'll be the end of this stream for me. It's getting fairly late, and that's a good stopping point. I will see you next week, Looney, and then for everyone else that's streaming, or for everyone else lurking around, I will see you all next time. Okay, goodbye.